I'll tell you a secret about the Wasteland.
War never really changes, but the people fighting it, they do. Out here, above the Commonwealth, steel and fire hang in the sky. The Brotherhood calls it order, calls it salvation. But on the ground, things ain't so simple. Because sometimes, the hardest battles aren't fought against raiders or super mutants. They're fought standing shoulder to shoulder with the people you're supposed to trust. A soldier sworn to duty. A leader trying to rebuild something broken. And the one caught in the middle of it all, trying to hold the line. But even in a world burned to ash, there's still room for something more than war. Friendship, brotherhood, and maybe something neither of them was trained for. Something human. But the past doesn't stay buried forever. And some stories aren't told until the fire burns low, and there's nowhere left to run from them. This is a story about loyalty, about trust, and about the kind of bond you don't choose, but have to learn to live with. Because in the Commonwealth, survival isn't just about winning the fight. It's about who's still standing beside you when it's over.
Thanks for tuning in to Episode 3 of the Fallout Besozzi canon, What the Armor Hides, Part 1 of Episode 3, Battle Buddies.
Hey Danse, thanks so much for tagging along with Presto and me on our op. It's good to have another trained soldier with us as we go through downtown on the way to Fallon's department store.
It's no problem, Reva. I'm glad to help you. Plus, Elder Maxon has made it my priority to court you to join the Brotherhood.
Danse, is that the only reason you want to hang out with me?
Well, of course not, Reva. It's just Elder Maxon understands the need to have a consummate professional like yourself in the ranks of the Brotherhood to help our cause and protect the Commonwealth. Also, I would prefer it if you were in the Brotherhood, so you'd be closer to me for protection.
Danse, I like the Brotherhood. They respect me, they've got cool gear, and a way to get around. But if I were to join, they'd have to change the way they feel about Wastelanders who are just normal people, not something for the Brotherhood to coerce for supplies.
Well, Reba, you know the best place to make change is from the inside, don't you? You'd have my support. I know you. And the way you govern your towns already shows me you could be a great sentinel, or maybe even an elder someday.
Oh, Danse, you really know how to sweet-talk a girl. Let's move on from the subject. And where is that Vertibird? I tell you, Danse, the Pridwin is pretty cool. I once went on a commercial version of it pre-war for a flight from here at Logan to Los Angeles. Cruise the skies in luxury, they said. Well, it's come a long way from that, looking at the Pridwin. Don't know if it's an improvement, though.
Looks like the Vertibird is pulling up. You man the minigun.
Oh, you're letting me man the minigun? You sure know the way to this girl's heart, Danse.
Nothing like flying in style.
All systems go. Good clear for takeoff. Your weapon is locked and loaded. Good hunting.
Woohoo! Been a long time since I've gotten to ride in one of these bad boys.
Reba, if you joined the Brotherhood, you and I could be a team and have our own bird on standby whenever we needed it. Tell me that doesn't sound appealing?
Always the company man, Danse. Yes, honey, it would be awfully cool to have our own bird together. Remember, Danse, hang back at Outpost Z while I grab Presto. A big old refrigerator walking around may spook the Minutemen and get everyone on their toes.
Yes, of course, Reba. I'll hang back outside the gate near where the bird drops us.
Thanks, Dancy. I appreciate you. And I'm sure at the end of all of this, Preston will appreciate you too.
I'm bringing her in. Hang on to something.
Okay, big guy. Give me a sec, and I'll grab Preston.
Roger.
Hey, Presto. I need you to leave your post and come with Paladin Danse and me on an op.
Are you sure, General? I don't trust the Brotherhood of Steel, and I don't believe they have good intentions for the Commonwealth.
Brotherhood, no. But Paladin Danse is not the Brotherhood. He's just a soldier. I trust him, and he's willing to help.
I guess you're right, ma'am. It would be helpful to have a guy in power armor for a fight. Let me grab some provisions, and I'll meet you outside the gate. Thanks for agreeing to come along with us, Dancy.
You don't get to call me that, Garvey. Do it again, and you'll get the butt end of my laser rifle.
I'm not afraid of you, Tin Can. Bring it.
You literally wouldn't see it coming, Garvey.
Settle down, boys. We're not trying to see who has the biggest loadout over here. Okay, you two listen up. While we travel, I will take point. I want you both to alternate second support and rear guard. Keep scan of both right and left zones. Once we get to the tack house in question, it'll be standard room movement. I'm still point. Preston cover left, Danse right.
I'm with you.
The path there should be fairly uneventful. We'll just take the tracks there, which allows us to survey some land for a new settlement. And if it keeps us too long, I have a safe house along the way we can stop at for the night. All right, let's get a move on.
Roger.
Okay, General.
So you say that you have a safe house along the way. Where's that at?
Now, Dancy, it wouldn't be much of a safe house if you knew its location.
She got you there, Tin Can.
Shut up, Garvey.
I was just playing, honey. I'll tell you all about it. So, one day, I was doing some scouting for building material and supplies. I came across this crazy pre-war greenhouse run by a bunch of old Robco Mr. Handies, but programmed to just farm all day, and so peculiar they sound like old television stars.
Television stars. Oh yes, I read about this. There were people of importance or notoriety beamed into your home, into one of those old Radiation King boxes, and they would give you updates on news and weather, or would entertain you with picture shows and variety-type engagements.
News and entertainment from a box whenever you want it. Wow, that must have been exciting.
I hear your sarcasm, Presto, but you're not far off. Most of these stars were really sanctimonious assholes born into wealth, or even worse, commies. Nice. The train tracks are just up ahead.
You know, I was just thinking.
Did it hurt, Garvey?
Did what hurt, Danse?
The thinking.
Very funny, Danse. No. What I was thinking is, why is it that Danse doesn't have to walk around with a respirator like the rest of us?
That's because I'm a real man, Garvey. Radiation doesn't affect me.
Hold up. My Pip-Boy is picking up an enemy in our location. Be cautious. That was it? Jeez, what a letdown. Maybe Danse is immune to the side effects of radiation, like one of those creepy children of Adam, without all the bags under his eyes.
I don't know. Maybe Paladin Danse is a synth?
I know that was supposed to be a joke, but you should watch it, Garby.
You know what? You're right, Danse. I guess I did take the ribbing too far with that one. Sorry, buddy.
I appreciate your accountability. Apology accepted, Preston.
Oh, that's nice. I like hearing you two get along. It'll make for an easier op if we're all battle buddies.
Reba, you still haven't confiscated the power armor frame yet?
Nope, not yet, Dancy. It's okay. I've got the terminal set up with the 256-bit blowfish encryption. Nothing is breaking past that. Plus, I not only took the fusion core, but I also took out all the proprietary West-Tech screws you need to keep it all together. What do you think, Presto? Do you want to run around the Commonwealth in a set of Minutemen power armor? You'd look pretty snazzy in an old T-51 set I have lying around I fixed up that could use this frame.
I think it would be better suited to be posted in a place where a set of power armor like that can be really necessary and not wasted on me. I have good armor and a very reliable laser musket. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate the offer, but I'm good.
Okay, now that was admirable. Preston, placing the needs of others in front of your own is a commendable trait worthy of the Brotherhood.
Okay, fellas. Enough of the pleasantries. Let's continue moving on.
Hey, we're at Tenpines. By chance, are we going to take your APC?
Everybody always wants to be driven around in my APC.
That's because you're the only person in the Commonwealth with an all-terrain vehicle that's armed to the teeth, much less any vehicle at all.
Yeah, General. How were you able to fix it and get it running? Also, you still didn't answer the question. Are we taking it for a ride?
Sorry to disappoint you fellas, but we're not taking it today. I am running low on fusion cores and don't want to waste them. It's not that far. Are you little boys afraid of some walking?
How is everyone at Tenpines? It's been a little while since you've been home. Don't you want to check in on everyone?
What, Presto? Is there someone up there you're sweet on seeing? You seem awfully anxious about it. No, I'm not worried. Now that I have to be in multiple places, I put Trader Pete in charge of Tenpines Bluff. You may think that's crazy, but he comes from a long line of very respected Petes. He's the de facto new mayor while I am still in charge.
Yeah, General, that makes sense. With him being related to the Pete family, I know how above board both Commander and Construction Pete are, so I guess you can't go wrong.
I believe I met Commander Pete once. He told me something to the effect that his name should really be Collector Pete, or something like that. I do remember he was a hell of a shot with a Gauss rifle.
Yeah, that sounds like old crack shop Pete.
I did notice, though, that Trader Pete, while he still kind of sounds like his family, is a bit more toned down than his other family members. What's up with that?
Well, to be honest, when I first met Trader Pete, he was a little amped up also. That's when I introduced him to Hubflower, and a little bit of that mellowed him right out. Okay, we're coming up in a spot notorious for feral packs. Keep chatter to 0 unless necessary. Remember, weapon readiness, low ready, and high port. Weapons hot.
Roger.
Okay, General.
Easy peasy. And thank God. While I don't mind killing a feral, Lord knows I hate the smell it leaves behind. Yuck. Here we are, fellas. Welcome to the future home of Fort Isaac Davis, Minuteman Boot Camp, and AIT. I already cleared it of junk and mole rats, and I just thought we would talk about what we need to do here before we continue. It won't take that long, I promise.
So you want to use the old drive-in and build a new fort?
Not just a new fort, Presto, but a whole training center. Since I'm the general, I need to take control of this militia and turn it into a proper military. The only way we can do that is by giving recruits combat and tactical training. No more the Minutemen just running around and firing laser muskets, bumping into each other, taking friendly fire. It's time to stop all that. I can't attest for the whole of the Commonwealth, but by training future Minutemen, we can secure some peace and stability, at least in the region I control.
You know, Reba, as long as it doesn't conflict with any of my duties to the Brotherhood, I'll do whatever I can to support you. The Brotherhood wouldn't be able to police local areas, so this is a good idea to help regular citizens start to feel safer. I can see your vision already. There is ample space here for a recruitment and training facility.
What's your plan with the place, General?
So here's the deal, boys. We'll have to really make this the place men and women want to be. An installation and training center that, if people look at it, will understand that the Minutemen mean business in the Commonwealth, and we're not here to play any fucking games. Walk with me, fellas. We'll have separate company operations facilities for recruits, no fraternizing while training. We'll have some bachelors and female enlisted quarters for graduates waiting for a new post. We'll have to build a stockade for the rowdier men if they get out of line, and maybe a separate jail facility for any undesirables.
Good idea, General.
I can no longer have dumb Minutemen like Evan. I can't blame Evan because he's only gotten an education of a rough life in the Wasteland, and not everyone is born with common sense. So we will have a school here for remedial and advanced training. I want to teach the Minutemen construction and engineering so when they get to a new post, they're not just standing around looking like some fake authority telling folks what they should be doing, but get to their new post and start building defenses and help with the crops. By doing this, it will start to rebuild a trust that apparently people had for the Minutemen. Along with the school, we'll have a proper infirmary to help with the wounded. Obstacle course along with PRT, PMI, and CQC training. I know a man, a very stern and hard man. He's former military, and the guy I need to really help build the Minutemen of tomorrow. I'm in talks now with him to bring him into the fold. Then we need to outfit our new troops, and I know a Minutemen provisioner who is apparently back from the days of General McGann, like that old ball-buster Ronnie Shaw.
Ball buster. Good one.
Quiet, Garby. Reba speaking.
She not only has the guns and armor, but also a network of informants. But you didn't hear about her from me. All right, it's getting late. Looks like we'll be bunking at my safe house tonight. Sorry, only one bed, fellas. That's okay, I have a few sleeping bags, and you can feel safe because I built enough sentry bots there to keep out a pack of behemoths. Plus, I upgraded all of the Mr. Handy's protocols to not only farm, but in case of emergency, they turn into Mr. Gutsies.
You know, you never did finish telling us about how you got your safe house.
Or how you were able to fix an old armored personnel carrier.
Jeez Louise, you guys really don't know how to let stuff go, huh? Okay, so the safe house. Where was I? Oh yeah, the Robco bots that sound like television stars. One day while I was out scrapping, I came across the greenhouse, Mrs. White, and the crew of farming Mr. Handy's. She told me that they had a problem with getting water from the treatment plant up to the irrigation. I told her that if I fix the problem, I'll also build non-human security for them and defenses, but only if they give me some space hidden away inside the back half of the greenhouse, and she was only too eager to agree.
That makes tactical sense. Concealing your safe house inside a foggy building of dirty glass surrounded by war machines. I would never suspect such a building to house a person, or expect someone to have a pact with a bunch of robots to conceal them.
Paladin Dance. In the Minuteman, we have a name for your type. It's called Ass Kisser.
Well, Garby, your abilities are so lacking that you couldn't be in the Brotherhood, so I don't know what name we'd have for you outside of Blind.
Okay, boys. I thought we were all starting to get along so well. Remember you two? We're battle buddies? There she was, just a-walking down the street singing, do-wah-diddy-diddy-dum, diddy-do, snapping her fingers and shuffling her feet, singing, do-wah-diddy-diddy-dum, diddy-do.
I think I know that one. She looked good.
Great, Dancy. Looks good.
She looked fine.
Looked fine. She
looked
looked good
good
and looked fine. And I
nearly
nearly
lost
lost
my
my mind. Something is always going down in Lexington. I can never kill enough raiders to keep Corvega and Lexington clear of them for more than a few days. Maybe once we get the Minutemen trained and established, we can take back the whole town?
That sounds like a good idea, General. A vision of things to achieve and look forward to as a goal for the future.
Now, who's the kiss-ass, Preston?
Looks like he got you there, Presto.
Whatever, Dance. Before I knew it, she was walking next to me, singing do-wah-diddy-diddy-dum diddy-doo.
Look at Presto hiding things from us, holding my hand just as natural as can be, singing doo-wah, diddy-diddy-dum, diddy-doo.
We walked on.
Walked on.
To my door.
My door.
We walked on to my door. Then we kissed a little more.
Look, Reba, another power armor frame with a train derailment. Why on earth were there so many power armor frames being transported as freight in civilian city centers?
Well, to be honest with you both, the United States effectively won the war against China. We pushed them out of Alaska and made our way into mainland China once we had the T-51. Geez, those T-45s were real pieces of shit. They got a lot of good soldiers killed, but I digress. Even though the war was won, it didn't seem so stateside. Years of the ongoing resource war, along with constant rationing, made civvies do things outside of the purview of the law. Riots and disorder made way for stricter rules and enforcement. These frames were probably headed to a National Guard facility for civilian pacification. Oh my goodness, our cadence is terrible. That's something we'll have to, work on as a team. Sometimes these guys can be the slowest bunch of sad sacks.
I'm astounded that the pre-war government would use such measures against the civilian population. I'm guessing the people were only hungry and had to resort to more drastic actions.
Just remember that, Danse. When the Brotherhood tells another one of its soldiers to demand a tribute for protection from another farmer here in the Commonwealth.
Your point is valid, Preston. I wish there were more I could do, more than just trying to set a good example with my actions.
You know, Dancy, people grow when they expand their way of thinking. Maybe, just maybe, the Brotherhood really isn't a fit for you anymore. Okay, we're almost there. Just beyond those train cars and down the hill is Grey Garden. See? I told you it would be pretty uneventful. Now follow me, boys.
Tested radiation level 6.
That place is safe. There is a super mutant who lives there, but he can actually speak normally, along with a few others. They don't act like the local dumb super mutants. These hold a conversation with you and say they are from out west. I still stay away because they're muties, but they are very different from the norm.
Really? A super mutant that can hold a conversation with you? That I'd have to see to believe.
For once, I find myself completely agreeing with Preston.
Aw, so cute. You guys are finding common ground. What's next? You two going to hold hands?
Reba, that's disgusting.
Gross. I think I just threw up a little in my mouth.
You two are the biggest man babies.
Reba, 2 Yogi Bears at 1 o'clock.
Great eye, Dancy. Looks like we can get them before they can get us.
Nice. 2 Yogi Bears in the bag.
They were big uns too, Dancy. Ha! 2 more yogis down.
I'm really confused. I thought this species of creature was called Yao Guai, not Yogi.
Don't worry about it, Presto. I'll explain it to you later. Looks like we're finally here. Give me a few minutes to get some supplies, and we'll cook out here and sit by the campfire. Let's see what's stocked. Oh, I'll grab a quantum.
Wow, Reba. I had no idea you had a suit of power armor, much less knew how to work on them mechanically. You are always full of surprises.
Do you like that, Dancy? Me keeping you on your toes?
I do, yes. I can't really describe what the feeling is I get, other than it feels good and makes me warm.
Warm, Dancy? Could you be feeling... love?
Reba, I don't know what to say. Maybe we shouldn't leave Preston by himself with all the robots.
Oh, Dancy. Yes, maybe you shouldn't leave your new buddy Preston all by himself out there.
Why? Did you, have something else in mind, hun?
Why Paladin Danse, you dirty dog? No, not right now, honey. We are technically still on an op, and we have Preston in tow, so we don't want to be unprofessional. I swear, big guy, on our next downtime, I'll give you the best oil change you'll ever remember, babe, okay?
Reba, I will be holding you to your word on this.
Oh, you better, big guy. You better. Okay, let's go check on Presto.
Roger.
Remember, honey? Professionals around Presto.
Yes, dear.
Hey, Presto. Did you get yourself a nuka from the machine?
Not this time, General. I felt like something a little stronger.
That's fine, Preston. Just make sure you don't overdo it and compromise your readiness.
So, you told us about the safe house, but you still haven't told us about the APC and how you have the know-how to get it working.
Wow, you boys are really trying to get a little info out of the old gal tonight, huh? Okay, so in the U.S. Army, my job is a 12 Bravo, a combat engineer. You also have what I'd call a secondary job, and most of the time mine was in the motor pool. I worked in bots and combat transports, so I learned how to break down a combat sentry and put it back together lickety-split, or fix the drivetrain on an APC. So, through that, it taught me how to drive those top-heavy POSs without tipping them over.
Okay, a combat engineer makes a lot of sense. It's how you know how to build so many things, and how to wire everything up. So your outfit was frontline fighters, who went in to establish a base and communications.
Well, sort of like that, Dancy. By the time I got involved with the war, there was a very established front line, and my first real mission was to go in and take over a small but strategically important outpost that had been abandoned by the commies. But our intel was wrong. We went in with 5 people, 1 sentry, and 2 Mr. Gutsies, and walked in on 2 full units consisting of about 17 men each. There was a blizzard that night, and no lights were on. CU motion sensors were picking up no movement in the base, with no visible guards posted. We walk in, and boom, 2 get dropped right off the jump. First thing I do is jump behind the sentry drone as it's just dumping its payload of cluster bombs and missile barrages in every damn direction. I hack it with my Pip-Boy and make it roll backwards as I collect the other 2 members of my squad that weren't dead, just wounded. We got around the wall, and my wounded squad members took position to cover fire, while I continued to hack the sentry. Soldiers are still alive, but both Mr. Gutsies are down. I set the sentry to self-destruct mode and sent it into the camp. Both my squad mates are out of ammo, I'm out of ballistic ammo, and all I have is a microfusion cell. I grabbed the broken Mr. Gutsy's arms, and with the use of my spot plasma welder and a little know-how, I turned it into a flaming laser rifle, and I went in after the remaining 3 commies that were left after the sentry blew its top.
Wow, General. So you took out that whole base all by yourself?
It's not really as simple as that. Wait. My Pip-Boy's picking up non-sanctioned biosignatures inside my geofencing. Weapons hot, both of you! Dang. A girl can't even tell a story these days without getting interrupted. Where was I? Oh, yeah. No. Presto. If I didn't have the Annihilator sentry, my 2 remaining squad members laying down suppressive fire, and even the broken down Mr. Gutsy arms, none of us would have lived that night in the darkness of the snow. I did nothing on my own.
What an amazing soldier. Just gets done telling a story on how her duty makes her refuse to claim she was the reason for a winning outcome of a terrible situation. Pauses to engage in combat, then shrugs it off and goes right back to her story. Wow, what a woman!
Try keeping it in your armor, Dancy.
I'll let that slide tonight, Preston. Only because I am slightly inebriated, and I found it humorous.
Okay. Enough dredging up old and not so fond memories. I'm going to bed. Hold down the fort. Folding cots and sleeping bags are inside the workbench. Good night, you 2. See you around 0900.
Okay, good night, Reba.
Good night, General.
Really, darling. There must be a bit more specific than that.
Sorry I overslept, boys. You two ready to continue to Fallon's department store?
Reba, it's okay. It was only 10 minutes extra. No big deal at all, honey.
Really, General. It's fine. You must have needed the rest.
ROE hasn't changed, fellas. As a matter of fact, from here on, situational awareness is set to level 10. I can't predict anything from here on but possible trouble. So, follow the rules and stay in formation and we should be okay. Pay attention to verbal and hand cues, please.
10-4, Reba.
Aye, General.
Okay, boys, let's get going. We're burning daylight here. Next week on What the Armor Hides.
If I had known it would have helped this much, I'd have done this a long time ago.
They look pretty good on you, Presto.
I'm sure that now you can see clearly. Your marksmanship will vastly improve.
Hey, good evening, folks. Just your luck. My name's Preston Garvey. I'm with the Commonwealth Minutemen.
Hold on, who did you say you were again?
Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minutemen.
We'll see about that, bucko.